All right, this week, the week between Christmas and New Year's, is often one of the deadliest weeks of the year here in the Valley.
Well, there are several factors at play here. One of them is the weather, and it is not blizzard conditions we might see in other parts of the country. Investigative reporter Morgan Lowe is joining us live from outside on this brisk evening. Morgan, how can good weather turn deadly?
Jamie, it really can, because when we don't have wind and we don't have rain, we get that thick brown cloud that just settles down here in the valley, and that's really bad for our lungs. But this week, we've had these storms come through. They've blown out the pollution and really made it easier for all of us to breathe. And it might even make it easier for people who are battling COVID to avoid serious lung complications.
Clouds blowing into the valley this week mean something is different. Something in the air.
Bluer skies, I see more people walking.
Nick Quiros is a prolific walker. He does it every day in Ahwatukee.
Working from home, for the last 5 years, I have to get out at least twice a day.
This week, Nick says he's breathing easier than normal while he's out and about.
I don't have shortness of breath anymore either.
You can really feel it in your lungs?
Yeah.
It's not his imagination. Normally, the week between Christmas and New Year's brings the valley some of the worst air quality of the year.
This is actually the time of year when we do see increased levels of smoke and dust around the region.
Matt Pace is an air quality meteorologist with the Arizona Department of Environmental Quality. And he says this week's storms have acted like an air purifier.
So we've stabilized all of our soil. So now that if there's wind, you won't see the dust. That's the first part. The second part is the smoke itself that's produced when you do light your fireplace or light fireworks. When you have wind and rain coming through, it's going to clear everything out, literally clear the air.
This can also have major health implications. 2 years ago, we looked at high pollution days, and we found spikes in the number of deaths following those high pollution days, even during this holiday week.
We have not found a linkage with death directly to poor air quality days, but that doesn't mean that it doesn't exist.
That was Dr. Rebecca Sonnenschein from Maricopa County Public Health speaking to us back then. Now, multiple studies have found a link between high pollution and an increased COVID mortality rate, which means the weather we're seeing this week is also good news for people suffering through COVID symptoms.
And according to the American Lung Association, there have been at least 3 studies that have shown a big link between COVID deaths, increased mortality, and high pollution areas. And the COVID mortality can rise by even 10% because of pollution. So this great weather and this great air that's coming in couldn't be coming to us at a better time, because we're seeing a spike in COVID cases here as well.
Yeah, we sure
Back
are.
to you guys.
Morgan Lowe, thank you.